I've often wondered why individuals are having very exotic animals as pets. I recall when I was growing up, we had birds, and they would whistle, and we trap them, and it was fascinating. But people now are having snakes, alligators, tigers, and I'm trying to figure out why are they doing this. Now, of course, the enemy Satan is trying to let them feel that how in ancient times through the Bible we know that Adam controlled the animals and he had dominion of them, and perhaps some way in us we're trying to feel like we are him and we could have dominion of these animals. And it's a different thing. He was a holy man, he was a giant. God had created these animals. They hadn't been mixed into and creating different exotic and fierce animals. They might have been some of these animals that we have today weren't back in the beginning. However, Scooby-Doo and Miss Piggy and some of these other characters on television have influenced us so profound, or kids or the young people of that time so profoundly, that as they grow up now, some of the, in order, they seem to be stuck in the childhood. These shows seem to perpetually keep them immature, and they, dogs especially, and cats, people say, hey, that's a nice cat or that's a nice dog, because of the influence these things have had in their life. So when a person calls you, hey, my dog, what's up? It's not that he's trying to put you in the level of the dog, but nevertheless, that had influenced him so profoundly that he feels as if this dog taught him things and was his good companion and buddy when he was small, grown, kept his attention and his company while you watch the television. So now he's saying that you are like them to me, you're important. And then on the other hand, he call his woman a bitch or a pussycat or whatever. But it is becoming extraordinarily bizarre, because I find out folks are kissing their dogs, and these are scavengers. It don't seem to matter. The ones you have in your home, bathe and in your bed and all that, as soon as you get the chance to run out, he's going to eat some nasty stuff, roll up in some filter or some funny smelling carrion on the side of the road, simply because that's their nature. And then they come back in your house, in your bed, you're kissing them. I'm wondering if individuals learned about oral sex from dogs or these other animals, because they seem to be doing this, and somehow folks feel that they could go into this oral sex when it's exciting and so forth. But animals have influenced us profoundly. Lastly, I discovered that in Egypt, the pharaohs were buried in their tombs with all the treasures, the gold and the soldiers and so on, and they even had their cats and dogs embalmed. So that at the height of Egypt, when they had become so evil that they couldn't find, it seems, companion in others, maybe not no trust or whatever the reason, but they put all the confidence and trust in animals. Today we call man's best friend the dog. My best friend is God, Jesus, and after that is the woman in my life, and then the children, and then others. So that no dog I will find companion in. I go down the street and meet somebody, I'll start a conversation with them. Of course, perhaps if you're blind and you need a guide dog, I could see that. Or maybe if you're a recluse, and I don't know. But I would never ever like to come to the place where I have to rely on some animal for companionship. I have God, I have the angels, I have my friends and my spouse or whoever's in my life, so that I hope that individuals are looking at it carefully. The amount of love and trust we put in animals is saying a lot about us. Is that we don't trust each other. We prefer to be hermits. We seem to like, communicating with animals and so on. But watch this. It's a bad indication. I hope that this doesn't indicate that things are wrapping up like in ancient civilizations.